Yesterday, the President of the United States, after the failed vote, we actually carried it live on this program as he spoke to the nation and said that the NRA had lied to us. It's pretty amazing to hear the President of the United States use the word lie. I honestly have no recollection of any president ever using that word in my lifetime. It may have happened, but it is, typically the way the politicians talk is they say, well, the other side is not being completely genuine with the facts, or they're, being ingenuous. He said they lied. That's incredible. And all the networks carried it live, so everybody in America got to see President Obama calling out the NRA for their lies, except those poor, pathetic idiots who watch Fox News. I mean, isn't that sad? If you watch Fox News, you don't get to see the president give an actual speech to the nation. Even the people working at Fox News, several of them were apparently shocked by this. MSNBC President Phil Griffin calls it a disgrace. I think that it's not a disgrace. Come on, Fox News is the official organ of the Republican Party. The official political organ. Say, well, MSNBC is the official Democratic. No, I've seen Morning Joe. It's not the Democratic Party's official organ. They got a bunch of left-leaning people on there. And lockup? I mean, seriously? So, who are these Republicans who said, no, it's fine with us if terrorists buy guns. It's fine with us if mentally ill people buy guns. It's fine with us if people who beat their wives or husbands buy guns. It's fine with us if people who have committed murder, manslaughter, mayhem buy guns. That's fine. Who are these people? Well, Senator Mike Enzi is one of them. When asked about it, he had some really deep thoughts. See, there's a great, Hunter put a great post on this over at Daily Kos today, quoting the esteemed Republican senator from Wyoming who told us that that it would be wrong to filter out the crazies from owning weapons of death. He said, one of the things we need are parents to be more careful and more repetitive at telling their kids that it is not right to kill people. Isn't that profound? Mike Enzi, deep thinker. What kind of fools... I just don't, what kind of fools do these people think that we are? I mean, just please explain this to me. Lamar Alexander, the Republican from Tennessee. If you're from Tennessee, he thinks you're a fool. He wants terrorists and wife beaters and mentally ill people to be able to have assault weapons any old time they want. Buy them on the internet. Kelly Ayotte, the Republican from New Hampshire. She would love to have crazy people be able to buy guns on the internet. Mike Brazo, the Republican from Wyoming. I don't know all of these people's first names, so I'm gonna have to bump on a few of them. But I have the last name list of the vote. They vote, by senator. But I'm pretty sure it's Mike Brazo, the Republican from Wyoming. It's like, no, you're crazy. Hey, have a gun. Max Baucus, the Democrat from Montana. Well, we've all known for all these years, that Max isn't really a Democrat. The Max is for sale to the highest bidder. Just look at Obamacare. It's John Brazo. Thank you, Shano. Mark Begich, the Democrat from Alaska. Now, I remember, when he was first elected, we had him on the program, and we talked about a few issues, and he seemed like a fairly decent, progressive guy, but I don't know. Maybe he's been hanging out with Sarah Palin. I don't get it. Is it Roy Blunt in Missouri, the Republican from Missouri? Mr. Boozman, Republican from Arkansas? Right. Mr. Boozman would like somebody who has a serious alcohol problem, somebody who is such a serious alcoholic that they are diagnosed as like, over the top. They go insane. They have blackouts. They've killed 2 or 3 people accidentally, so they got manslaughter charges, and after 15 years got out of jail, and Mr. Boozman would like them to be able to buy a gun. Mr. Burr of North Carolina. I think that's Richard Burr. Saxby Chambliss down in Georgia, the Republican from Georgia. Crazy people buy guns? Oh, sure. Al-Qaeda people buy guns? Oh, of course. Drug lords from Mexico, Saxby Chambliss, he must just love these people. Senator Coates from Indiana. By the way, as I'm naming these folks, these are the people who voted to say to the American people, screw you. These are the people who voted to 90% of Americans who think that just common sense background checks for any gun show that sells more than 75 guns. Now, this won't even cover things like garage sales where you're selling to total strangers or small town gun shows. Doesn't even cover that. This is like for the real big stuff, gun shows, over 75 guns being sold. And it exempts friends. Right? If I can establish that I know you, even if I know that you're insane and that you're Osama bin Laden's cousin, I can sell you a gun and I don't have to do a background check. Right? I mean, this thing was so full of loopholes, but it was something. But, so anyhow, if you live in Indiana, you might want to call Mr. Coates' office and just say, "What the hell are you thinking?" Or something like that. Actually, I probably, let me rephrase that. If you're going to call a senator's office, you need to be respectful. I would like to know, I'm just curious, respectfully, what the hell was the senator thinking? That's the more appropriate way to say it. Senator Coburn, the Republican from Oklahoma, the man who I believe once took the Hippocratic Oath to do no harm. Senator Cochran from Mississippi. Senator Corker from Tennessee. John Cornyn from Texas. Terrorists, guns, sounds fine to me. Senator Crapo from Idaho. Am I mispronouncing that? I'm guessing he doesn't pronounce it that way. It's Crapo, right? Crapo, okay. The Republican from Idaho. He's never been on the show. I really wasn't trying to make fun of his name. Although I inadvertently did. My apologies, Senator Crapo. Ted Cruz, the Republican from Texas. I mean, this guy thinks he's the new Joe McCarthy. He's trying to make a career of it. So, of course. Well, actually, that doesn't make sense because he's afraid of communists in the State Department and stuff like that. So why would he want, he's afraid of, all the terrorists and everything. So why would he want the terrorists to be able to buy guns over the internet with no background check? I don't get it. Mike Enzi, the Republican from Wyoming. The Republican from Nebraska, Mr. Fisher. Jeff Flake, appropriately named Republican from Arizona. Terrorists? Guns? Sounds like a fine combination to me.